Today's movie begins by showing us that all gas stations are closed and fuel can only be used by the government.
DVC, you can't catch a rabbit and you can't catch me. You better watch out, 'cause that'll get you 10.
Today's movie is a good indication of how I select some of the movies I select. The last two movies I reviewed were Prom Night 2 and 3. This movie shares a lot of the same special effects team as Prom Night 2, and also has an actress from the original Prom Night in it. The guy we saw driving the car there is a burner. It just means people that use illegal fuel. They have to buy it at $500 a gallon. But there's a government task force out to stop them by shooting their engine blocks and arresting all burners.
The leader of the pro-access forces, the renegade senator from Texas, Jerry Curtis, today gained a hearing with the state Senate subcommittee on energy reserves for the state of California. Senator Curtis claims that he has new evidence to support his contention that the Pentagon has secretly stockpiled 200 million barrels of high-grade.
The guy we saw driving the car is a burner, which just means people that steal car parts, build their own cars, and use illegal fuel that they have to buy for $500 a gallon. But there's also a government task force out to stop them. Oh, come on, you could have thrown the gun at him and hit him from there. Okay, they aren't trying to kill the guy, they're just trying to knock out his engine block. One of the task force is this crazy Native American dude who's murdering burners. This puts quite a dent in the rebels' plans, as the guy who was just blown up was supposed to pick up the senator. Do you have any idea how long it takes them to find another person to transport the senator? Well, the explosion happens 27 minutes into the movie, and here's where they find a new person to transport the senator.
Riding for my freedom. This Firebird ain't bird out in. We're gonna fly and never shoot us down.
Oh yeah, the entirety of this movie is not about the rebels scrambling to find a new driver, about them being hunted down. It is entirely about this kid finding out his dad is a burner and learning to drive so that he can become the senator's transport. And about 45 minutes of that hour is a love story. Wait a minute. When I say it like that, it sounds a lot like Star Wars. Is this Star Wars? Nah. Here's all of our love story.
First, second, third, fourth. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Push in the clutch.
You're funny, a little crazy. I really like your style. When you're my teacher, I'm at the head of my class.
10 minutes or so of the movie is portions of a race that never gets finished and the bad guys arguing amongst themselves about what they're gonna do with this crazy guy who keeps killing people. Here's some of that.
National Director for the Department of Vehicular Control, General Richard Head, ordered all operational units from the Navy to increase their vigilance. The General, in this rare public appearance, stated in his address that the recent increase in burner activity is a show of support for Senator Jerry Curtis.
That's a pretty convincing argument. There's about 20 to 25 minutes of solid movie in here, but the rest is training montages, a love story, and a race we don't get to see the end of, and it's bogged down so much. The dad is played by Darren McGavin, the dad from A Christmas Story, and he's great in this. Over-the-top acting really fits the theme of the movie, but most of it's just boring. Couple little casting notes on this one. It does share a casting director with Prom Night 2. Robert Wisden plays the main kid. He's probably best known for a role he had on the X-Files. In 2 episodes, he plays a serial killer with the power to make people kill themselves. The love interest was played by Mary Beth Rubens, who was in the original Prom Night. And the woman we saw shower, who in the movie plays a bad guy that turns good, is played by Barbara Williams. She was in an episode of Star Trek Next Generation where Picard crashes on a planet and finds a sexy young woman who says she's been there for 7 years and wants to bang Picard. She plays the sexy young woman. I would probably avoid this one. There's some good stunt work in it, but that's about it. Large portions are boring. The 2 or 3 seconds of nudity that was in the movie has been cropped out due to a bad aspect ratio. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time. Bonus clip this time is, let's just watch Barbara Williams shower again.
National Director for the Department of Vehicular Control, General Richard Head, ordered all operational units from the Navy to increase their vigilance. The General, in this rare public appearance, stated in his address that the recent increase in burner activity is a show of support for Senator Jerry Curtis.